We got stuff warming up. I gotta clear out the barn. We have a special delivery coming today that I'm gonna show you guys what's on its way. All right, guys. Apparently my battery didn't charge last night, so I've got the wire hooked up, you know, charging the battery while I'm doing this. What we have coming today is our new planters. I had to clear everything out of the barn, back the old planters out. You can probably see them back over there, unhooked. They are bringing our new planters. They're hooking up to our old planters, taking our old planters because we traded those in. So right now I have you guys in the truck charging. That way, when I hear the tractor coming down the road, I can grab you guys and show you arriving, or show you them arriving. Is that right? Yeah, well, you get what I'm saying. All right, guys. Planters aren't here yet. They're on their way. But I'm going to show you what I have been working on. I got in here to move the mini excavator the other day, and the smell was ungodly. Just an ungodly smell of mouse. And up there, behind the speakers, there's a cavity back there. And I vacuumed out everywhere I could think of that the mice would be, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna pull those speakers. I pulled those speakers, and that cavity was just full of mouse nests, and it had some dead mice in there and everything. So I vacuumed it all out, got it all sucked out with the shop vac, put it all back together, threw some super clean in there because of the smell. And now I'm going through, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I learned this with the camper. You take just regular steel wool, just steel wool you can buy at a store, and you kind of spread it out and make it wider, and you shove it in all the crevices that you think mice might be getting in or could get in. And the mice hit that steel wool on their nose, and they hate that, and they turn around and back out. So now I am cramming steel wool in every single hole that I might think that the mice get into this thing, and trying to prevent any future damage to it. So that's what I'm working on right now while I'm waiting for the new planters to show up. Just a little update. I hear something coming. Ooh. Wonder what they want for the tractor that's being pulled with it too. Alright, there she is, the brand new planters for us. New to us. This is going to be able to plant 16 rows of corn or 32 rows of soybeans at a time. The planters, when they're unfolded, are 40 feet wide, which our old planters were only 30 foot wide. So we're gaining 10 feet wide per pass this year. And he's getting ready to take off with the old planters now. Tier. I really did like those planters, but to move forward for what we want to do on the farm, this is a better fit for us. I just got off the phone with our salesman, and I did not receive book with this yet or the electronics for the metering system. He's aware of it, and he's supposed to be getting it to me sometime first of next week probably. So I can at least get it hooked to the tractor so we can move it in the barn and kind of play with it there a little bit. At least what I can of it. Just gotta Takes some getting used to seeing that view. It's taller than the tractor, folded up. There's definitely some weight here too, because when I hooked up to it and picked it up with the tractor, the back of the tractor sunk a little bit. That's all right. We knew this was going to be a heavier planter when we bought it, so should be good. I'm guessing it needs a couple pounds of air in there. That's what happens when you put a heavy planter on the back of a tractor. You figure out there are low tires real quick. Well, the plus side is I hooked what electronics up to the tractor I could, because I don't have the meter box yet. Like I said, that's coming. But the tractor is reading the planter, so that's a plus. It is reading seed population. It's telling me the grain tank is empty, which duh, we know that. And it's also reading the liquid fertilizer system that's on there, so that's a plus. I'm gonna have, once I get the books and get the actual monitor here, then I can play with it a little more and figure things out and kind of figure out the electronics of it. There's gonna be a heck of a learning curve with this thing. And that's to be expected with any new piece of equipment, but all the electronics on this and the different applications that this planter does, it's a little bit bigger learning curve than previous planters and things like that we've had. So I'm expecting to spend quite a bit of time just learning these planters before we actually start dropping seed in the ground, because if I don't, it'll become very, very expensive very quickly. I feel much better about that. All right, tire pressures are up on the tractor, so now we gotta get this beast in the barn and then figure out how to pack everything else back in around it. Like I said, it's bigger than old planters, but it still takes up less space than buying a corn planter and keeping our existing air seeder. So this was a good happy medium, that's for sure. I'm not gonna lie, it actually fits better in the barn. It's because it's not as wide as the old planters were. It's a little bit taller. It's a lot taller. It's almost as tall as those smokestacks on the Kenworth. But that's all right. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, guys. I'm gonna call it an end to this video and go home, get it edited. I can't say that word for the life of me. Anyway, you know what I mean. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.